Mince Hints is fresh on the scene of Mascot horror, and has gotten a bit of buzz this week with a few notable Let's Player people playing the game. It parodies Blue's Clues in the same vein as Amanda the Adventurer, taking a children's IP and making it scary. The game was developed by a guy named Grant Mars, but I can't say he created it, because that claim belongs to me. Hi, I was here first, Grant. Nanny Nana Boo Boo. That's right. Hi, it's me, Jane, the spearhead of Mince Hints, here to reclaim my minty mammal. Now, before we get into it, I just want to throw in the disclaimer that I'm about to harsh the vibe a bit, because I have thoughts on the Mascot horror genre in general, takes that aren't entirely unpopular, but this is not going to be a positivity win type of video. I debated on whether or not I should even make this, because really, who cares? But then I realized I had more to say than just, haha, I did that, to say about this, you know? I also want to say, I don't believe that Grant was ripping off my idea. I just think it's a funny coincidence. Really, words like clue only rhyme with so many colors, you know? Indigo's indications doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Sometime last year, my friends and I were talking about how easy it would be to make a Mascot horror game and just rake in the dough. It seems that things have gotten progressively worse in the YouTube horror genre. Copies of copies of copies of copies exist. For every FNAF, there is the Poppy Playtimes. For the Poppy Playtimes, there's the Garden of Banbans. For the Garden of Banbans, there's the Amanda the Adventurers, and so forth. It seems to be an increasingly cynical genre where you can take something from the 90s to 2000s, give it a coat of creepypasta paint, and then throw up your merch store and call it a day. I personally draw the line at Garden of Banban toys and Targets, mostly because, is this really the best we can offer our future generations? I feel the kids deserve better, frankly, than this actual schlock. Where's the imagination? Where's the inspiration? I was recently in a Target with some friends and saw this cute little, like, lizard guy in like, a little plush shelf, and I was like, oh, this guy's cute. And my friend was like, oh, he's from, like, the new Garden of Banban update. And I'm like, are you for real? Okay. Alright. But anyways, where is the encouragement for kids to go out and explore the world? This stuff only encourages them to have a media diet of fear. And we all know how well that can play out in adulthood. Anyways, we had joked about how lazy Mascot horror had become and that we could easily make our own. So, to poke fun at this concept, I came up with Mince Hints in like 2 minutes, because those words rhyme, and I began to draw it. This was during a time where I had a lot of time on my hands, so I was able to invest some of that in creating this goofy short that was seen by like a handful of people. At first, I was kind of ambitious with it. I had this whole ARG planned out. A very lazy one, but just like the outline of one anyways. But I ran out of juice. You want to know why? I didn't want to invest all of my precious time on this earth into a gag about something that was so transparently a money grab. There was no passion in Mince Hints. It existed to make fun of something that I thought was lazy. So, in pursuit of things that I actually liked and wanted to work on and actually cared about, I moved on. And here we are, a year later, and the genre has vomited something up to be played by the Markipliers and the Dakos of the world, to receive its non-living tombstone techno fan song written by someone who will be called out for talking to minors in 2.5 years. We all know the drill at this point. So fast forward to now. I wondered why the short I'd published was receiving more comments from what seemed to be children with the "I hate stupid show." But I was informed about Mince Hints Double by a Twitter mutual, and then called by a friend who was in a panic to see if I was aware of it. People were sending me the link and calling me to make sure that I'd seen this. I was initially going to ignore it and not make a stink because, honestly, what real good can come of it? If anything, I'm just offering free publicity, so it ends up being symbiotic anyways. But it occurred to me that it's pretty funny that the exact thing that I'd made to parody this phenomenon got spat back out at me a year later. If there's any takeaway I'd like you guys to have from this video, it's this. Don't kids deserve better? What happened to the time when we put thought into what we were showing kids? this rushed thing. The target audience is so young that I doubt they'd even know it was being parodied. And I've thought about that before. It's weird. There are kids out there. You might be one of them, who have never stepped foot in a Chuck E. Cheese, have never watched Blue's Clues. There are kids out there that will never experience the time that was depicted in FNAF, where a franchise existed for their enrichment. And also money, don't get me wrong, I understand that. But a place where a kid can be a kid. Can you think of anywhere now that's quite like that hasn't been washed down with this disgusting, like, minimalist gray paint? What shows exist besides maybe Bluey that care about what messages that they're sending to kids? To build them up? To not put their fragile minds in jeopardy with fear? And that's not to call kids stupid, it's just that developmentally they're more sensitive than adults. All these horror games lazily take something that was made with children's benefit in mind and turns them into horror. And I think that's what bothers me the most about it. So, to all of you who might be developing your own games, your own animations, your own stories, etc., I say to you, can't we do better than Mince hints? Thank you for watching. Again, I really don't do this to start beef. I really don't want your beef. Just, Grant, don't be a hack. Your 3-inch stickers are not worth $12, man. Come on, what is that? Come on. If you liked this video, leave a comment, share with a friend, and check out my store if that interests you. Okay, bye.